Chris Jenkins, credentialed member of the media, covering the Carolina Panthers for Charlotte Vibe, a.k.a. Man of the People, here to cover you. I forget what I'm saying. Yeah, I messed up that intro. You know why? I'm just going to start off by saying this video is probably going to be one of the more rant-based reports that you've seen from me in recent memories, more than it will be a video on deep analysis, thoughts. I mean, we're going to get into it. We're going to cover it all. But I am certainly going to say that I am speechless, that I am surprised by this move by the Carolina Panthers. And, you know, I'm going to balance being a good reporter and also just being vendor. You guys today may actually end up being my therapist as we go through it all. But nevertheless, we're going to try that intro one more time. Hey, Chris Jenkins, credentialed member of the media, covering the Carolina Panthers for Charlotte Vibe, a.k.a. Man of the People. You have a friend in the media, which is myself. Any questions that you may have about this Carolina Panthers team, let me know, and I will do my best to get it for you. Today we have some breaking news, not to break it at this point, but some new news on this Tuesday, which is the Carolina Panthers have, in fact, traded away Diontae Johnson and have made some acquisitions. So we're going to get into talking about that. And this show is one that I want you guys to call in on, okay? So we're going to continue to do stuff like this. I think it worked well before when they had big news, and I made it mostly a call-in show, so that's why I try to give you time to prepare for it. So this will be me getting through my intro and then calling in. So I see that we already have one caller that's joined us. You probably could wait maybe about 5 minutes, and I'll be able to bring you on. I don't know if you want to go off and come back on, but probably about 5 minutes I'll be able to get you on. And everybody else, the link is in the description for you to join the show. I'm also going to pin it here in the comments as well for you guys to join us, so give me a second to do that. And I'm also going to say I didn't get everything organized as well as I would have liked because I just kept getting frustrated. I'll be honest with you. I'm like getting stuff together, and I'm like, man, heck with this. I don't like what's going on. As a journalist, you're not supposed to get frustrated about what's going on. But I'm a real journalist in terms of telling you the truth, and I am a little frustrated by what's going on. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the description here. And so far we got 2 people in the queue. So both of you guys that are in the queue, again, it's going to be about 5 minutes before I can get to you. But certainly feel free to hang out until I can get to you. That was probably louder than I wanted it to be with this mic. Sorry about that. But live TV. All right. I don't even think I got all my graphics ready like I thought I did. Let me see what I did properly here for you folks. Let's go ahead and see if Chris got the graphic properly. Did I do it? Let's see. All right, here we go. So we're going to break this down. Carolina Panthers have traded Diontae Johnson. Now, this isn't officially official, as I believe Ian Rappaport makes famous over there in the Twitterverse. But extremely good sources. It's all out there, and we're going to report on it. So Diontae Johnson. Here we go. Here's the trade breakdown. Panthers receive a 2025 fifth-round pick from the Baltimore Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens receive wide receiver and our current number 1 wide receiver, Diontae Johnson. And they also receive our 2025 sixth-round pick to be determined. So, again, Panthers receive the 2025 fifth-round pick for Diontae Johnson. They give up Diontae Johnson and a 2025 sixth-round pick. So, again, there's so many dynamics to this. we're just going to talk as you guys want to talk. But here's the thing about this pick that I'm sure stands out to a lot of you, and there's many layers to it. One is we gave up what? We gave up 2 things to get rid of 1 guy. Like, it wasn't enough that we give you our best wide receiver, that we get like a pick, not even a high pick, but we gave you our best wide receiver, and we gave you a 2025 pick, and we gave you the person And I didn't have a chance to put this in a graphic. And we gave you money to help absorb his salary. So for the remaining 7 games plus, because yes, they're going to make it to the playoffs, we're gonna help you out. Gee, look. I love music, and I'm gonna get to you guys. I know I said 5 minutes; it might be closer to 7, but as I said at the top, this is admittedly going to be more of a rant than you normally see from me covering this team. You gave up all of that? Gosh, darn it! Like we got some new sound effects. Here's one thing that came to mind. All right, we got some sound effects today. Some new ones. Here you go. First one here. The way I can only talk in song today about how I feel. like like could you not just kept the guy? Just keep him. And yeah, you lose out on like getting something for him, but you lose out on getting something for him, but you had to get rid of him so bad that you actually here take him, here take some money, and here take another pick. Like, explain to me how it would have not been less if you had to just let the guy be disgruntled and play out the rest of the season. Got another sound effect for you.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I'm feeling it. And again, I know we got 2 people waiting. I'm going to get to you guys in just a second. I know you hopped on early, and I promise I'm going to get the rest of the show to you guys. So, even more, like the totality of this all, right? Started last year when we received Deontae from Diontae. And you know what? I actually was talking to Deontae the other day, and I mixed up. I called him Diontae, and I was like, whoa, man. He got the whole bro code thing. I was like, I'm so sorry. Deontae. We gave up totality. Deontae Johnson, Deontae Jackson, and 2 6-round picks, a 2024 and a 2026, all to get 1 5th-round pick. Deontae Johnson. No, now I'm messing it up. Deontae Johnson, Deontae Jackson, 2 6-round picks, and a whole bunch of money, all to get a 5th-round pick next year. That was like the totality of it all. That is bad. Bad. Like, all right. I'm done with all the sound effects. I'm done with my rant. This is a show that I want to talk about with you guys. The lines are open. There's a link in the description to join the channel. There's also a link in there's a link in the description, also a link in the comments for you to join the show. Come on, hope you all join me as many as possible. I have a special invited guest that I don't know if he can make it or not, but you will absolutely know if he can make it once he does make it, if he does make it. But this is a special guest right here. Uh-oh. You going to cry with me, Thomas?
Oh my God.
You going to cry with me? I need you guys to help me not cry.
I don't know if I should be upset, ticked, jubilated. I don't even know. I mean, honestly, this is like Fitterer 2.0. I mean, I get it that they wanted to give Dan Morgan a chance because they saw what John Lynch was able to do in the 49ers. But the thing is, he actually had people that would help him, make him look good, and actually make good business decisions. How in the crap is this a good business decision? I mean, I'm trying to keep it, rated PG here, but my God, it's just, I get it that you wanted to trade and get something in return because, in a sense, he was kind of a rental player. I don't think he was going to resign in the offseason. I don't think he would. But if you're going to get something, a 5th-round draft pick, at most, I figured maybe a 4th. But because the thing is, it's not like that 5th-round draft pick, Baltimore is going to go in the postseason. So in a way, you kind of just swap positions by a few. So that didn't really do you any good. You gave up, the draft capital, like you said, for a player that you still got to pay their salary. I mean, at least the silver lining is he's not going to go to Kansas City, so at least you're not helping him continue to win. But it's just, I, I like Dan Morgan. I remember watching him play as a kid, in the 2000s. Well, pretty much in junior high and high school. But honestly, at this point, they should have not had basically gave him a chance to be a right hand man to Fitterer, who in a sense is still making decisions like Fitterer would. I think maybe Fitterer is in disguise somewhere hiding. But it's so you got this, and then I see on social media that once again Tepper, who's this billionaire, is crying to security of having a fan removed down below him at Denver, of all places. It's an away game, so it's like, yeah, they're going to heckle you. Get over it. You make billions of dollars compared to my peons of money, and I have, I teach children, for God's sake. But I don't know. I guess the one silver lining is this whole thing that Bryce actually played decent. I mean, I don't see him going anywhere because the thing is, we all knew this was going to happen sooner or later. So I say just ride the course with Bryce because of the fact I think their philosophy is. I feel like I'm going on a rant here. I'm sorry, Chris.
That's what the show is going to be about, man. Go for it.
I saw Jalen Coker. I think that's his last name, and he actually played pretty decent. So maybe Carolina thinks it's like, okay, once we get Thielen back, he can be our veteran. Coker actually played good. You know what? Played well, I should say. That's grammatically correct. That maybe they should have got rid of Mingo because they cannot hit with a crap with draft picks after the first round. It seems like. So I'm just in disbelief that it's like, okay, I get it. So it makes you wonder: was there something deeper? I haven't heard anything, but was he more a little toxic? I haven't heard it, but I don't know. There's something more to it, to where you basically are just like waving the white flags, like, here's a sixth round. We'll pay this his salary, most of it. Just give us a fifth round draft pick, and we'll call it a day. That's not a good business decision. I don't know anything about business. I'm an educator, but I know nothing about business, Chris. Nothing, and I know that's not a good business. How are you going to get better? How? By
Yeah.
you don't. We're in the same boat every year. Every year. What is this going to help you clock management by getting rid of them? Is this going to help Tepper not be a clown? Is this going to? There's just a lot. I don't know. Something's not right. It seems like, and I've said it before. We'll be lucky to hit 3 wins, but I hate to be a Debbie Downer, but it's just every year and you wonder why. And the thing is, these teams know, hey, we can make a trade with Carolina. We're going to fleece them. They're not going to say anything because they're too down in the barrel. They're just going to try to accumulate draft picks. So they're just going to take what they can get. That's how I look at it.
Anything else,
I don't
Thomas?
know anymore. I don't know anymore, Chris. I don't. But hey, you know what? At least Bryce did put up good numbers against a top 5 defense. So at least we have that. And they are at home against the Saints, and the Saints are a little, just in the same boat as Carolina. So maybe, just maybe that will put us in a little better mood. But when I saw that come across my phone towards the end of the day today, I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? This can't get any worse.
It can't. Thomas, I appreciate you. I got some more to get to. Got this
All
guy
right,
patiently
Chris.
waiting. Good to see you, man.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Hey, and if the calls slow down, feel free to come back on later in the show.
Sounds good. Talk to you later.
Right.
Bye-bye.
All right, we got another guy waiting. I'm going to get to you in just a second. I know he's going to fire off pretty good, and I won't blame him. I'll let him fire off as much as he can be. I will upgrade you guys to saying we can go PG-13 today. The channel is usually PG. I like to keep it that way. That's my style. That's the brand of the company. But, today we can go PG-13 as we try to talk about this trade, make sense of it. And I really hope you guys bring something to light here during this show that I didn't think about to make this something that's good. And there's so many things wrong with this team. I started saying it Sunday. It's so broken. It becomes really complicated to report on the possibilities. Oh, this could happen next, and now this is gonna. You don't. It's hard. We could talk nonstop. We could turn this into like a 24-hour news channel to talk about all the possibilities for what the Carolina Panthers could be doing, should be doing, and maybe we're going to do. But this trade with Diontae, no matter what you say, I have yet to hear something that makes me feel like, oh, okay, I still don't have to like it, but just to make sense. Because being toxic, being bad, like when he said what he said in the locker room a few weeks ago about he can't play every position. Okay, so that pissed everybody off so much that you said, not only are we going to let you go, we're going to like pay to get you out of here. We're going to give you like financial assistance to anybody that will take this team so we can get him out of here. I mean, that's I don't get that. We could tell the guy to sit at home and just not come. And that to me that costs less than giving up and paying to get him out of here. I don't know. But I wish I had some more drink around me. I don't. Man, this guy is probably ready. By the way, before I bring this next gentleman on, link is in the description. It is also pinned in the comments. I want you all to call in. Let me know how you feel. Let's talk about it. And then if there's no more call-ins, we'll spend some time going through the comments that we have here. All right, come one, come all. Come Shaqed, who looks like he parked so he would not have any accidents because he might have a little bit to unload. I'm going to put you on the clock, Shaqed. I won't say that you can you can certainly say whatever you want to say. I know it's going to be some good stuff. Before you get into it, are you enjoying the nice fall weather in Charlotte today?
I mean, look at the sky. Is it happy or is it not? It's not happy. I mean, it rained before. So it's definitely not a good day. And I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off about this trade. And as I stated on Twitter, and I got a lot of likes on your post, Dan Morgan should be fired. And it's not just this trade, Chris. I mean, look at the Brian Burns trade. We gave up Burns. We also included a fifth-round pick. A fifth-round pick. We got back only a second-round pick. And this year, with Johnson, Diontae Johnson, I mean, potentially he has a character issue because look at the Steelers. They trade him away. Not because he's not a talented wide receiver, but supposedly because he had a character issue. So that could be an issue. He more than likely would have not stayed in Carolina. But my main issue, you trade away your number one wide receiver. You trade away a sixth-round pick. And also you give up his remaining salary. You help the Ravens pay out his remaining salary. And you only get a fifth-round pick. What I saw, maybe a difference of like 15 pick between the sixth and the fifth-round pick. You got to be kidding me. I mean, you really got to be kidding me. And this is me being polite to Dan Morgan because I'm sure he's a nice guy. But here's the deal. As a GM, you don't make a trade if it's a bad trade for your team. You don't. And I understand he could have walked. They would have got nothing for him.
But isn't this worse than getting nothing?
Yeah. And here's why. I mean, supposedly, and I don't know if maybe your sources know something else or not, but let's say you keep Bryce and you trade Diontae. How is Bryce game supposed to be approved? Because sure, you have rookie Jalen Coker look like a steal, absolutely a steal because he wasn't drafted. You have Leggett, who at times makes spectacular catches, other times he drop a catchable pass on Sunday against the Broncos because of the sun or you name it. So you have those two, but you need another wide receiver. I mean, they traded for Diontae because of Bryce. So in my opinion, they should trade Bryce. They really should. They really should trade Bryce. I know Andy Dalton is not the answer, but for the remainder of the season, because how is Bryce game going to be approved if he only has a Coker and Leggett? Because more than likely, they're going to trade away Adam Finley because there are so many teams who need wide receivers, including the Texans. So you tell me, Chris, how are they better right now without Diontae Johnson?
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you, I don't see what I only see a step backwards for today. I don't have anything for you. A step backwards. I don't. I'm hoping that maybe before we're done this show that somebody helps me see the. Again, I don't have to like it, but if you could just show me that 1+1 = 2, then I'll say okay. I don't see
And,
it,
re-
Saket.
and regarding the game on Sunday, I give you props. The run defense was very good, but the pass defense, I mean, we made Bo Nix, a rookie quarterback from Oregon, look like Peyton Manning. We basically, this defense made every starting quarterback who play except Jalen Daniels because he had to leave the game after the first snap. Basically, all the famous. And this is unacceptable. I mean, Mike Jackson, he has to be called Mike Jackson. I think he should be called Michael Jackson and go back to singing, dance, you name it. Because, I mean, he easily got beaten Sunday. I mean, the only positive that I like, two things. Number one, I like Canales' aggressiveness. I really do. Number two, they are playing rookies players, which last year they did not. Outside of that, it's a disaster. Another season, nothing really to look forward
I gotta
except
have you wrap
draft.
on up, buddy. I didn't mean you to stop that abruptly, but was that it?
No, the only thing, Chris, we have to look forward is Charlotte Vibe announcing the Panthers draft party. That is really the only thing we have to look forward.
Thank you, Shaqan, very, very much. We got 2 people in the queue, so I got to keep working through it. Thanks, man.
Sure, no problem.
All right, so hey, let me first say this. All of my guests are special guests, so I appreciate every single person. But I do have the special guest that I was hoping that will be able to join us. Is dialed in. I'm not going to tell you who it is before he comes on, but I got one person before him. So code name special guest. You probably got about 5 more minutes. So I don't know if you want to multitask until then and come back. But give me just probably about 5 minutes before we can bring you on. I got one guy that we're gonna put on as well before then. But I got something else that I'm gonna share with you guys. It's like crazy when you kind of feel like. Anyway, let me just play this clip. You guys can check this out.
You know, can't do much about it. Just move forward and get ready for Denver. You know, figure out the game plan and just attack each and every day at practice.
Is there anything that you go to address with the coaches or quarterbacks to say, hey, I'm seeing anything like this? We have those conversations?
I mean, yeah, we had those conversations, but it's more so, you know, just taking it one day at a time and just focusing on the details. It's obviously a rebuilding year. I mean, we're not really playing good football right now. We got a lot of people hurting and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We're just still trying to find that, you know, that niche or whatever. So, like I said, that's going to take care of itself, you know, just taking it one day at a time.
I did not know that was going to be the last time I talked to Diontae. I mean, I felt like I had good information, but I didn't know it was going to be like so good that he's like, I'm out. I mean, he could have gave me some kind of code to say, hey man, it was real talk with you, man. But yeah, I ain't down with the rebuild. I tried to get it out of him as best as I could. But let's go ahead because I want to get to my guests. We got about 30 minutes left in the show. Link is in the description and also pinned into the comments. Man, I'm talking so much I'm getting hot. What's going on, Mario?
What's up with you, brother?
Good. Hey, appreciate the patience.
Oh man, yeah. I just wanted to come on real quick and just say I like it. Yeah, I'm not sad at all. I like forward movement. So
we just moved. Okay.
Deontay,
Break it down for me, man, because I feel like we went backwards.
Oh no, he won't go be with us anyway. So how would we go backwards?
Because
you just want to see him like play for this season.
Would it not have been easier just to let him play out the season? And like, why are we gave more to get rid of him than we did to get him? Oh, Mario, you can't be breaking up on me, man. This is some good conversation. Mario,
My
man.
hypothetical thoughts. Yeah. Can you hear me?
You went out for like 20 seconds.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
My hypothetical thought is that if it all would have worked out in the beginning when we had Bryce Young and had him as an extra weapon, we possibly would have re-signed him if everything would have splashed as the idea that we had. But it all went down. Injuries have hit us in a bunch of areas, and we just been losing and losing and losing. And we was at least supposed to have been a decent team. He probably would have stayed around, but I can see he lost interest and was ready to go to a winning team. He doesn't have. To me, he's the type of player. Certain players with an eye test. If you look at them, even when the team is down, you'll see them go hard. I could see that he was kind of like out of it. He was ready. His talk, his body language. So I'm glad we got him out of there, and he went over to the Ravens. Congratulations to him on that. But we need to think about moving forward. We got to see what we got, man. I say we got to work out the receivers that we have, see what they can do. If there's a free agent that we want to pick up, I guess for roster spot or whatever, I don't know how that's gonna work. That's fine, but I was fine with the fifth round. We
Could
got
could
a
could we have just
fifth
have
round and gave him a six.
couldn't we just have gotten rid of the player and got a pick? But we got rid of the player and then gave them an extra pick
Oh,
and then gave them money.
well,
Are you clear on that? Let me
well,
put this back up here for you. Let me show you.
nah. I'm with you with that. I feel like that's what does that say about Deontay Johnson?
He got a hell of I don't know. He got a hell of an agent. 'Cause who is his agent?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't like coming out of money. I don't like the money part that we gave up. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like it, but I can't speak on it because I'm not a numbers guy on that part. I'm just talking
Yeah.
about as far as players. But as far as a feeling of the numbers, Carolina got to handle that. As long as we got the money, that's fine. But I can see. I'm thinking of forward. When I'm saying I'm thinking of forward, thinking I'm like future. I'm thinking of future because our season is a wash. So let's see what we got. That's why I like listening to you and other people like that. Shout out the things that we get to look at now is like fantasy drafts already because of our season. I guess shout out to like people like PNP that do like fantasy drafts and everything like that. Where you can watch that. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
get to watch stuff like that and everything. So I'm thinking of the forward. What do we have in each player? Because our star defensive players are down, except for JC, which I'm excited about. Hopefully we re-sign him. Chuba, I just want to see what we got. I started looking to see what we got. Do we want to keep Chuba? I think we depend on the next person we got to depend on. I would say watch the Chuba and Jonathan Brooks battle. If Jonathan Brooks comes in and pop, Chuba's probably out of here. But if he's not what we think he is, we might sign Chuba for a little if he accepts it, a 2-3 year deal. I'm thinking forward like that. Because we got Derek Brown coming. I'm thinking forward. In this next first round pick, I can't wait for you to start talking about it. But this next first round pick, I'm going to put it out here. I ain't thinking about a quarterback, really. I'm thinking because of our team, how we got to build through the draft. We need star power. We need electricity. We need that on
Right.
either get it on the defensive side of the ball first or offensive side. I ain't going to talk too much. I'm going to let you get back to all the callers. I know you got a special guest and everything. But
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Appreciate.
I'm
Hey,
thinking about the
Mario.
forward.
Appreciate you so much, man. Come back again. All right. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing in this moment of therapy with me. You guys are my therapy today.
Yeah. I'll start talking, man. Y'all do y'all thing. Shout out. Appreciate you letting me speak for a little bit. Get your guest in there, man.
I
I'll talk to
appreciate
you
you.
another time.
All right. So, yeah, I'm about to bring on this guy. I just got to address a few things. I'm sending a comment real quick, and then I'm gonna bring him on. Anybody that has a camera or a phone or a computer connected to the internet can join the show. You do not have to be a member. So you do not have to be a member. There's a link in the description. You just click on it, enter your name, and boom, you'll be able to come on. Or you can do it on the cell phone. I also pin that into the comments. So I'm glad this guy came on. And the reason I had to ask him to come on is because I thought about some of the shows that I've watched. And sometimes he'd be like, y'all got to help me from crying, and I just felt like I was gonna cry. I love music. My wife was like, Chris, you have a song for everything, and I do. So for some of you old R&B people out there, there's a song by Mint Condition called "You Don't Have to Cry No More." Man, if you know that song, I'd have played it like 3 or 4 times. And let me go ahead and give him the introduction that he needs. Some of you guys.
Hey.
Live from some unknown place this Tuesday night, covering the Carolina Panthers, Pat Coltrane. What's up, baby boy?
Hey, man. You wild, bro. You are wild, man.
Cry with me, man.
Come on now,
Oh,
dog.
God.
Come
Hey,
on,
I
man.
ain't even crying, bro. I ain't even cry. I ain't got no tears left to cry, bro.
Pat Coltrane, how you been?
I've been good, man. I appreciate the invite, man. You know your boy been MIA, just
Life,
kind of,
you been
busy.
lifing.
Life been lifing, but everything good, man. Your boy still blessed, just been kind of a little busy. I had to retire from the YouTube thing, but
You
I
didn't have to
came up a little
retire.
bit.
I'll
Oh
tell the
yeah, I
people the
did.
truth. What happened is Pat be going
What?
to counseling, and they said, "Listen,
Mm,
I got the kid.
Yeah.
You need to stop talking about and caring about the
There you
Panthers."
go.
So
There you
doctor's orders
go,
made him
man.
retire.
I don't know how you found out about that, but yeah, that's what exactly what happened. So yeah.
Cause I keep throwing away my note.
But
I keep getting the note too, and I throw it away. My boss won't accept my note.
yeah, man. Yeah, you got to get from the doctor. You got to get signed by two. Yeah.
Hey, I don't know how much time
Yeah,
you
man.
have,
It's
man,
it's
but go ahead and
everything
give
been
it to
good.
me.
Is my signal good?
You breaking up now a little bit for some reason.
What's crazy? Oh, okay. Let me see if I could get on my Wi-Fi because I'm outside. As you can see, I just pulled up from work. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me? Yeah, so I just pulled up from work, man. My Wi-Fi might be trying to connect to my phone. But what's crazy, dog? I've been so disconnected. That's why I've been so happy lately. I'm happy, dog. I don't know what other Panther fans going through, but I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been having fun, living my life, not worrying about that little regular team. Um, I did not know we traded Deontay Johnson. I just found out when you. Oh, real quick, shout out to Mario, man. Y'all know that's a legend too, dog. Y'all don't even know that. You had a whole entire legend on here. Shout out to Mario, real quick. But I did not know until you just told him. I had to look that up. That's crazy. That is crazy. I ain't surprised because they lost. What was you saying? How much money they gave up? What was you saying?
So of his remaining money for this season, we paid I think about 300 and something thousand, where the Ravens only had to pay him 625 for the remainder of the season. So like we gave them some financial aid. You used to have to apply for it, but he was
Yeah.
just like, hey, we'll give you this guy. We'll give you a fifth round pick. I'm sorry, a sixth round pick, and we'll give you a little money to help you absorb this. Because we know y'all don't have much money
That's
up there in Baltimore.
crazy, bro. That's crazy, man. Yo, let me tell y'all something right now. I hear all the talk about what we want to do in the future, and it's only gonna get worse. It's not gonna get better, y'all. I'm sorry. I hate to say it on Charlotte Vibe. Uh, it's only going it's only gonna get worse, dog. And this is a sign right here. How you do something like that? And Deontay Johnson was balling. To say you played I saw your clip. He did look like his morale was kind of low, but he was playing good. You know what I'm saying? He definitely got no complaints from me. Um, especially with some of the Steeler fans who kind of warned us about how he played. I felt like he played well. And he looked like a 1.5. He like a wide receiver 1.5. And he was definitely serviceable. And I feel like you could have got way more than that. But obviously the way this team is ran, we're gonna continue to get robbed. We're gonna continue to be the joke of the NFL. It ain't gonna get better no time soon. You know why? Because Tepper on the team. I don't care who you blame it on. Until Tepper sells the team, that might be going a little bit too far. But I just don't see us getting any better no time soon, man. Yeah, that's trade is that's a mess, dog. That's a
Pat,
mess.
would it not have been less costly for us to just let the guy play out the rest of the season and tell him to stay at home?
Might as well, but you want to do him a favor. You know what I'm saying? I
What?
guess. I
Well,
guess.
give me some money. Have a charity for Chris Jenkins and Charlotte Vibe. Give me
What
a
we
hundred
get for
thousand.
him? What did we get for him? What is that fifth round we got for him?
We got a fifth. Here, I'm gonna put it on the screen for you. We got a fifth round pick. That's all we got. We got a fifth round pick, and we gave them Deontae
Uh,
Johnson, and we gave them our
Look.
sixth. So some people were saying like we swapped. Okay, technically we did swap, but we swapped and
Yeah.
gave a player. We didn't just swap picks. We gave you a player,
Yeah.
and then
And gave you some money.
and gave you some, we gave you a player, gave you some money, and we got like a pick from you, and you already a team that's gonna make it to
Oh
the
snap!
playoffs. So that how how high of a fifth round pick will we get? It won't be a high one. It's gonna be a
It
low
ain't.
one.
It ain't. It's gonna be low because they could go to the Super Bowl. They look at that could be a sixth round. The way as far as we know. And shoot, the sixth round they got could be a fifth round. Man, this is crazy. Man,
Right,
look.
right.
Look, dog. Look, man. I'm not entertaining these folks no more, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm not entertaining these Panthers because they gonna continue to do stuff that don't make sense. That don't make sense. And this right here is just another sign. That's it. It's entertaining though. Like I said, it's definitely entertaining to watch this mess unfold. I can't do nothing but laugh. I know folks been wanting my opinion on, especially everything that's going on. Y'all got to excuse me because I'm also trying to get over something. But with all the stuff that's been going on, and to be honest, y'all don't want my opinion, man.
Nah,
You
go
know what I'm
ahead,
saying?
man.
Y'all listen to
Give us
Chris.
that
He gonna
exclusive.
be positive. No, I ain't want to do that. I
Come
ain't
on,
want to go
give
there.
it
I ain't
to
want to
us.
do that.
What you got?
No, we're gonna stay on track. We're gonna stay on track. But all in all, like I said,
Bruh.
the team is not going anywhere. The team is not going anywhere.
What's the record rest of the year?
Um,
We won in seven. He gonna really put some
I
thought
can't. I
into
don't
it.
know. Unless we play the Raiders again, we ain't beating nobody. Yeah.
We got Saints, Giants, Chiefs, Bucks, Eagles, Cowboys, Cardinals, Bucks, Falcons.
Mm, No, no, we're not beating nobody else. Sorry, sorry, we not beating nobody else. But and look, and I ain't blaming Bryce either, and that's what we're not gonna do. I ain't blaming Bryce. Um, but yeah, the team is this is a terrible team. Um, it's being ran terribly. It's being coached. It's being coached terribly. Um, I think Dave Canales mean well, but I don't think he got what it takes, man. Right now, it's all we back, and I talked about this before when I used to have my channel. We back to everybody is learning their job now. That's what we're doing now. That's what we back to. Everybody got to learn their job. That's to learn his job. He got to learn his job now. He been following behind people for so long, and I think we just, you know, and the so I don't feel bad. Um, so I don't feel bad. I just tell myself it ain't gonna get better no time soon.
All right. Look, I know you just got off of work, so I really want to respect you jumping on here at the last minute. However much time you got left before you got to get back on the road and get home to the family. Bryce Young, I ain't gonna ask you to be a fortune teller because we got so many broken parts. I know it's hard. What's your thoughts? Is Bryce good enough for us, or do we need to move on?
All right, so and I'm be honest, y'all, I was a Bryce Young supporter, and I still am. It's hard for me to say that Bryce ain't the answer when Bryce has been the answer wherever he went before prior to us. Now all of a sudden he ain't the answer no more. So it's hard to say. So I don't want to put it on him. If I were to say we couldn't get there with Bryce, it's only because it's not specific to Bryce. I don't think we could get there with anybody. You know what I'm saying? Right now, with what we have going on. When you look around the league at the quarterbacks we had on this team that we thought was bums, we thought they was bums at the end of their career. Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, Teddy, when he was doing some things, they were able to, outside of this organization, they look solid. You know what I'm saying? So maybe could maybe I don't maybe Bryce can't get us to the promised land, but I ain't gonna put it all on Bryce. I just don't think we have the resources for this guy to be able to succeed, to see the best in him. He looked kind of pitiful right now. I ain't gonna lie. As a Bryce, I was a supporter, but the boy, he looked broken, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even know if we have what it takes to even build that back up in person. You know, and it ain't none of his fault though. Now let me consider that it ain't his fault. You know what I'm saying? I just
You breaking up a
we
little
have
bit,
too much
Pat.
evidence against us that says, oh, what about now? What?
Yeah,
Sorry, let me
and I know
switch
you're
it up.
about to.
Is this a little bit better? Oh, you there? Uh-oh, I can't hear you. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, man. Man, I think it's probably the signal outside. I should have went in the
check.
house and did this.
Nah, this is me. A little bit of it is me. All right. So we all good. I had
Okay.
some problems on my end at the same time, so my apologies, Pat, for the confusion.
Oh,
But I'm gonna show you this
okay.
image, and then I want you to continue your wrap up on Bryce, and then go ahead and get out for your day. Here you go.
Okay. Okay. Mm,
That's a good
mm.
picture, ain't it?
That's a good pitch right there, man.
Look at them boys behind
Yeah,
him. He got
yeah,
them all. That's a leader.
man. Yeah, he got them all, man. And he praying to the Lord. Bryce said, "Hey, look, he trusts in God. He don't know what else going on. He trusts in the Lord, and everybody else gonna follow behind him. You know what I say about that? Shout out to Bryce. And what people need to understand, when Bryce say that, it don't mean that make him a winner now. It mean he got favor with God, but it don't always mean you gonna win a game. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy Bryce continue to follow the Lord, because that's what matters the most. Um, but sometimes, it might be in his will to let the Panthers lose. um, but shout out to Bryce, man. I know he's definitely going through a lot.
Pat, you
Mentally.
invited to the
I
family picnic, reunion, and
Yeah,
everything else that we
yeah,
have.
yeah. Well, look, man, I'll be there. I'll be there. Um, But yes, I mean it's definitely. I hate it for Bryce, man. Like again, I'm a huge Bryce Young supporter, dog, and I can't, I couldn't tear him down. He definitely not playing his best, but I definitely don't blame him. Like I said, it's so much evidence, stacked up against the Panthers that show that they just not a good landing spot for people, man. I mean, look at Deontay Johnson situation and many before him. I know Jadavian Clown, and he looking for his freedom papers too. He was like, man, what I gonna sign myself up for? If my grandma wasn't down the street, I would not be here. So I think a lot of folks, um, and pay attention. This is another reason why we're not gonna be able to attract the big name free agent stuff like this. Here
Why
we
not? We look
had
like
it
we
was
got
supposed
money
to.
to spend.
It don't matter. And look, we're gonna have to pay. We're gonna have to overpay some bums. We're gonna have to
So
overpay some mid players. That's what they're gonna have to do. So that's another reason why I just don't feel like we're gonna be that, that our future is that bright. You know what I'm saying? So Yeah, man. But yeah, shout out to Bryce, man. That was a nice picture. But it just looks like he was, crying for help. Lord help me.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
it looked like. That's
You
what
know
it
what?
looked like.
I'm gonna say this too, Pat. I'm gonna say this as you get ready to go off. I think I'm gonna give myself a little hand tap. I should not have showed that picture in the context in which I showed it because there's nothing wrong with that man having faith. Having faith is good. I am a man of faith.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I feel like I showed that in a little bit of the wrong context there. So I'll show a
Hmm.
better picture than that one because it's a good thing that that man has faith because it's certainly needed in today's crazy world.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. So I'll find another picture better time. But anyway, Pat, anything
Hmm.
you want to say before you go? Because again, super respect for you to come on at the last minute and take up this time. I know you got a family to get to.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Shout out to all the Panther fans, man. Y'all keep y'all head up, man. Look, just enjoy the journey, man. One thing I will say, I wish I would have appreciated the team a lot more back then. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think, eventually they'll get it together. Even though we the basement team, we probably gonna be the basement team for a little while. So y'all keep y'all head up, man. And shout out to everybody. I don't know if people in the comments know me like that, but shout out to the folks who've been reaching out to me, really trying to get me to come back and do some lives. Um, I appreciate all the love and support. Coming back to YouTube is not on my priority list right now, but I do appreciate it, and y'all, the love that y'all give me make me want to come back and talk about this raggedy behind team. So appreciate y'all. But you can follow me on Twitter at Pat Coltrane.
There it is. Pat, appreciate you so much, man. Take care.
All right, y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day.
All right, guys. For some reason, I'm having some technical difficulties with my camera that keeps going out. So I'm going to switch to my regular microphone here. Have no idea why this camera keeps going in and out. And you'll see it ends up switching over to my laptop screen, which is not as clear. But again, big shout outs to my man, Pat Coltrane. Used to do a lot of YouTubing for the Carolina regarding the Carolina Panthers, and now he stepped away. And some of you all probably can certainly understand why, because times get kind of tough. So we got about 10 more minutes in the broadcast. Anybody else that wants to click on that link that's in the description or pinned in the comments, you can do so. You don't have to be a member in order to click on that and join me. And I missed the super chat. I hope he's still here. Don't think that I forgot you. Was just on there with
Super Chat.
Vietnam. I hadn't heard from you in a minute. Good. So that was a super chat for Pat. I think he must have saw it because he did say that he saw a lot of people in the comments talking to him, and he had a nice little message. But he said, Pat, can you please drop some low-key content? Hey, I got a good guy that's on here. And again, all you guys, I appreciate everybody that takes part in these online chats. We go live for a reason of interacting with you all, and it's great. Just hadn't heard from Pat in quite a while, so that's why I was excited to get him on. But I'm excited for all the people that are also here. So let me go ahead and try to jump through some of the comments first. Let me make sure I acknowledge and take care of all of my members that have taken the time to come on, support the channel. True Lifetime says, it's like we traded up from a high 6th round pick to a low 5th round pick. Yeah, I mean, we did, but we also gave up a guy that's good, though. It's not like so many things that go through my mind. Number one is today is October 29th. The deadline is like next Tuesday or so. We still had time to work deals. So it wasn't like we were up against the clock. So I don't get why we took something that I feel is sub. We're giving up more than we're getting in this whole transaction. Why did we do it? And then just forgot my other thought. It's the other thought was it's also not like we had so much left on his contract where we're like, oh, we're also going to free up all this cap space. I'm not a cap space guru. I've seen some of the stuff out there where we may be getting a little bit of an advantage, but it ain't like this guy was getting paid $10 million a year or had a huge contract with 2 or 3 years remaining on it where it's like, look, we gotta do this trade so we can get some of this money back. And I don't see where we had all of that stuff where we were obligated to him so much that we had to do so much to just. All right, I have no idea what's going on with that camera, but I do know I can switch to this right here. Sorry for the change in quality. Let me try to clear this off a little bit because this bugged me. Hopefully that made it a little bit better. Yeah, I just don't get it. But True Lifetimes appreciate. I'm looking at the wrong camera now. That camera's off. I appreciate you being a member and certainly for taking the time to comment on us right now. We got about 10 more minutes. We'll get through as many as we can. Let me make sure I cover all of my members first. Members do get priorities as well as the super chats. Wow, I can tell that our GM used to kick his butt in Monopoly as a kid growing up. What kind of trade is that? I don't get the trade, man. If you get the trade, whether or not you feel a sneeze coming on. Sorry, don't have quick hands to hit the mute button, but let's continue to work through these. My man Ali Bodrick, what's going on with you? Welcome back. I appreciate it. And when you used to say welcome back, I used to say like, what are you talking about? Where have I been? But I get it. That's your greeting. That is your greeting. Your greeting is welcome back. So I appreciate you. All right, Shannon Tyler. Oh well, this is what our organization does. Let's keep it moving on to Sunday's game. All right, Shannon, appreciate you being a member. Thank you. Also, my members get some special effects. Here we go. Appreciate you, Shannon. And again, just trying to touch on all my members. Honestly, we have nothing to look forward to except Charlotte Vibe Panthers draft night party. Hey, I don't do a party, but I do go live and cover it. I do have considerations to one day go to the draft, but I haven't found the value in it yet. Not the value in it, but a good enough value for me to be able to go. Check. So you wanted Joe Person, huh? All right. Not saying all right as in I'm about to get Joe Person, but I will get Joe on the show. I know Joe hasn't been on this year. We have talked about it, but I will talk to Joe to get him on. And let me just make sure again all of my members, Alpha and Omega. He says, forget it. I'm blaming Bryce. You blaming Bryce. Hey, he was like, I'm not playing with Bryce. I'm not. Okay, just my age on the phone. Hey, tell them I'm not playing with Bryce. They got to do whatever they got to do. But when Bryce, I don't know. Just having some fun with you guys. We got another super chat from Sizzle God. Sizzle God, what's going on? Having Pat on after his YouTube retirement is the equivalent to when Kuechly popped back up at Bank of America Stadium. You are definitely the man of the people. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, having Pat on is huge because he's taking a break and he took a moment to come on. I know another, and again, respect to everybody out there that's a content creator doing things on YouTube. It was another guy. I can hear his voice. He came on last year, and he came on like with a mask on. It was hilarious. Oh, I can't think of his name. It keeps coming, and I keep losing it. But yeah, it's always cool to be connected with so many of you out there, and I appreciate it. And thank you so much for that super chat, Sizzle God. Thank you so much for that super chat. We're independent media, 100% supported by you guys, so that's why you'll see this message pop up on the screen. Just to remind you, if you can, if you're willing to, if you're able to, monetarily supporting us is helpful. 100% of our cost of operations come from your super chats, your cash apps. We don't have any large checks coming to us to cover here's $100,000 to cover your operations. We don't get that. So got to continue to put that out there periodically when we like that. All right, give me a second. All right, I lost some of my comments there. So let me again make sure I get through all of my members who have been commenting as well as all the super chats. I almost need to throw on my glasses. All right, so that covers us getting through all the members, super chats. All right. Well, we only got 3 minutes to go on the show. Again, let me go back to my other camera. I hate this camera. I don't know why this camera keeps going out. Let's see if I can get my high quality camera. I must have hit a power quarters. I don't know. I want to figure it out, but since we only got 3 minutes, I won't fool with the cords during the final part of the show. All right. Ben Lee, let's admit that Coker has been a gem. He'll get more playing time. That is the only good part of this. Okay. All right, Ben, I appreciate it because I told you guys, you might be my therapy because I cannot find the good in this, but more time for Coker. All right, I like it. I like it. I appreciate it, Ben. What else we got here? We're gonna end on this right here. Diontae was being a diva receiver. He barely practiced and then gave up on plays. Xavier Legette and Coker didn't give up one time. All right, Chuck. So you're saying that he gave up on plays. Is that where you call him a diva? Hopefully you're still on here. And I'm not going at you. I just want to understand that he was the comment saying that he was a diva receiver. I know there's about a 30-second delay from when I talk to when you guys see the comment. So let's see if Chuck is still on here to give me some more information about his comment. Meanwhile, I'm going to try to see if I can fix the problem with this camera. I think I may have just fixed it, to be honest with you. So we're going to switch back visually to the good camera. There we go. And I'm just giving Chuck a second to see if he's still around. If not, I will wrap up based on the comments that I have and my interpretation of the comments here. Thank everybody for tuning in. Thank everybody for your support. I do call myself a man of the people, and I don't just do that and take it lightly. You all know that I go live an hour before the show. I go live an hour before the game. I'm live an hour after the game. I'm often the only one on the field after the game ends. As a matter of fact, I have a picture I'm gonna share with you guys right now. A not yet published picture that I can show you as we get ready to wrap up here. I takes my job seriously. I wanted to show this picture real quick because you will see that the stands are empty. And I am out there reporting live post-game. That's in Denver, Colorado, after the loss, after we're 1-7. I'm going to be with this team no matter where and no matter what. They could be in Germany at 1-8, be in Atlanta at 1-16. I'm going to do my full hour-long pregame show that I always do, breaking down all the information for this team. Then I'm going to do my hour-long post-game show, even if they're cutting off the lights because it's so long after the game is ended and everybody's going to celebrate, all right? So I appreciate everybody that continues to support this channel. Wrapping up on the last comment, I know I don't feel like Diontae was a diva or like a problem in the locker room with saying stuff. Now, if you saw him quitting on some plays that I haven't seen, okay, that could be an issue. But, I didn't see that. I know he might have been frustrated, but I've seen Adam Thielen get frustrated about not being targeted on certain plays where he was open, when he was open as well. And Adam Thielen is still with us. So it is what it is. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back at it tomorrow. The team reports back tomorrow. I typically go into the locker rooms on Thursday and do my shows Thursday live from the stadium, so you can look forward to that. Otherwise, unless there's more breaking news, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in. Chris Jenkins reporting for Charlotte Vibe.